The storm is here. The storm is here, my friends. And it's this crazy thing. Like, I've been told it's coming. And I've been preparing. I've been thinking about it. You know, like, what is a storm? How do you deal with it? Blah, blah, blah. I was literally told this week it would come. And it's this thing of, like, you can prepare and you can have all of these ideas. But when it hits you, it hits you. And it's like, it's not easy. And it's kind of like a put your money where your mouth is. Like, you've been thinking about what this means and can you stand behind it? So here we are. That's what's going on. What is a storm, you may be asking? It is, you know, these things that we experience that are tough internally, personally, emotionally, whatever. It can be an external thing. Circumstances that are outside of your control that completely just wreck your whole fucking life. Okay. And one of the things that I'm learning is that you cannot outrun the storm. No, you can run forever, and it's still going to be raining there. So what do? I think the first thing that you do is stop running, right? Because when you're frantically just racing about, you're getting wetter, because if you run in the rain, you actually get wetter than if you stand still. Fun fact. Acceleration increases accumulation. The smart people stand in the rain for some period of time, but they also realize that you should probably seek shelter. Walk very slowly to shelter. That's the smartest thing to do. So here I am. This is me right now, seeking to stop running in the rain. I sit on a sunny hillside and watch my wiener dog explore. Connect with nature. That's how I quit running. It could be different for everybody. And when you stop running, slowly seek shelter and think about what are the next moves. Start to put everything together. What resources do you need? What steps are you going to take to make you a little hut or whatever it is that you got to do to get out of the rain, right? Move slowly, build a plan. I'm learning that you can't actually attach yourself to any particular storm, okay? This is a trip. Last week, my storm was not having enough resources in my job to do my job. You know, the institution I work for, we're reforesting at half of the pace that we're cutting. We're falling behind. We don't actually have the seeds that we need to reforest what we have already sold, what we've said we were going to do. So I was just thinking, like, how am I going to boost my numbers? How am I going to get all this seed? And that was the storm. And then this week it completely shifts. The storm is now, will I actually have the same job that I have right now? You know? Really calling into question, you know, the most basic, you know, organization and structure of my life. I'm going to have to rearrange that, no matter the outcome, whether I keep my job or I don't. Everything is going to dramatically shift. And I have no way of knowing which way that's going to go. To give you a little backstory, teleworking and the federal government, that has been a big thing since 2020. There are so many people who have structured and organized their life around that, and that's huge, to not be able to telework anymore. That's what we're talking about here. That was the way that I was going to have my job and go to school at the same time, and it's gone. To be able to maintain my home as it is, gone. So yeah, that's what I'm talking about here. Sucks to suck. So anyways, don't attach yourself to any particular storm, because at a moment's notice, everything can shift. And what was so important last week can be completely different this week. Which is kind of relieving. To think that even this storm that I face now, maybe I shouldn't attach so much to it, because it could shift at any moment as well. Who the F knows, okay? So here I am with my weenie dog. And with this huge open space in my life where I have no clue what's going to happen. All I know is that there's going to be these very big, rapid shifts that are pending. They're just lingering. And there are so many places that it can go. It's almost overwhelming. And so here I am. I quit moving, trying to find some semblance of just stillness. And I just am trying to let the infinite possibilities of what in the hell could happen just flow through me. Because if I attach anything of my mentalness to all of the possibilities, it's exhausting and I have no clue. Just let it go. There's a million things that could happen. I think that one of the things that's also useful in all of this is to look at the things that you are still attached to. What is it that about my job, or what is it about, my house? What are the things that I cling to that I want to retain and hold, and why? That's really important information as well. What to do with it, I don't know. I'm still processing. And I'm taking solace in this concept that, there is this higher consciousness that is me, that is going to guide me through it. Spiritual practices all over think this, that, there is this higher self that can guide you through these situations. Some spiritual practices think it's an entity outside of themselves. Some think it's a consciousness within. Whatever your flavor is, take comfort in knowing that there is something that will show you the way through. Have a good heart, have good intentions, desire for the best thing to happen, and I think remain open, and I think that will. Prosperity will come if you allow it to. That's the key. When you restrict yourself, you limit yourself. I'm trying to take comfort, or just understand that perhaps, what I wanted to happen, what I still want to happen, what I envision in my mind may not actually be the best thing for me, and to just let that go. To realize that sometimes the best thing for you isn't actually what you want for you. So the universe has literally just donkey kicked this huge space into my life where it's open for a new thing to be built, and I'm not quite sure what it is at this point. My spiritual teacher told me to follow my heart and to honor my own personal path and flow. So, what exactly that entails, I'll let you know. Still kind of processing. I also want to cover what makes the storm bearable. And one of those things is, your family, your people. They don't have to be related to you. The people in the storm with you that can commiserate. Yesterday some of my coworkers and I got together and we revved our engines, did some donuts in the parking lot, did a little FDT, if you know what I mean. And it felt good. We drank some beer, ate some burgers, talked about all the problems, and solved nothing. Surround yourself with people that bring you that. That is, I think, one of the things that can give you shelter is people who experience that with you, the storm. Surround yourself with people who bring you baked goods, would lie to the police for you. Those are the people you want. People who will write resources on post-it notes to help you out, point you in new directions. That's what you want. I think one of the things that I'm learning is that when you're in the storm, you don't actually need to wait around for the skies to part and the sun to come out. You don't gotta wait for that. I think what the sun is like an internal thing. You can shift your perspective, and that's what parts the skies. That's what lets the sun come out. It's you. It's me. I'm going through rapid shifts that I think could crush me. but I also sense that I have the option to not let it. It's all a matter of perception. You know, when it's raining, when you're in your storm, is it cold and is it dark? Is it filled with misery? Or is it raining opportunity for change, for new growth? And my focus, what I want my focus to be is that this is an opportunity for some change. We'll see. I'll keep y'all posted. I hope you have a wonderful day.